Aaron Gordon, and you're listening to the 3-Point Conversion.
Hey, Carmelo. So, been in a lot of training camps. Just wonder what has stood out to you so far, and if there's anything that differentiates, and kind of the vibes that you're getting after these first couple practice sessions.
It's been a lot of work being put in. I think we're doing a great job of kind of getting everybody on the same page. Our pace and in practice has been great. Guys, of course, it's training camp. Guys should be buying them, but you see a different level of focus and of intensity. The way we're approaching practice, the way that we're approaching, each breakdown, each play, we're engaged. So anytime you can get that from a fresh team, a brand new team with a bunch of new guys, you're off to a good start.
And a little bit similar to the first question, just specifically to Frank Vogel, and just wonder his coaching style, the stuff that he's trying to put in at this point. What do you notice in that?
Well, I mean, he's in. I think he's doing a great job of just figuring out his personnel, knowing his personnel, knowing what he have to implement, knowing what works. I think the biggest thing that I take from these first couple of days is clarity on everything. Very clear on the offensive end, very clear on the defensive end, very clear with with roles. And I think when you can establish that early, then things will be good.
Hi.
Hey, Carmelo. What happened to your eye?
Yeah, ask Anthony Davis, man. Ask AD trying to take me out early.
Is to get on this side over there.
I know,
There
that's-
it is.
Low wall, that's it.
People or other guys have been talking about how competitive this practice or these practices have been, how intense. Is that unique from what you've seen? Is that sort of on a higher tier than most others you see?
No, I mean, I think training camp is always intense. I think when you have the level of guys that we have, the caliber of players that we have on this team, there's no plays off. You're pushing everybody. Everybody's, is getting after it. Everybody holding each other accountable. Everybody got each other back. But, at that level, every day should be like this. And it's a great feeling. It's a great thing.
Okay.
Do you know, have you thought about how much longer you'll play?
No, man.
I mean, it's year 19. So,
Yeah, honestly, I don't even think about it no more. I mean, I'm sure everybody's year 19. I don't even think about it. It's basketball at this point. It's not like, if you was in year 19 in 2003 when I came in, then yeah, you barely made it to that. A lot of guys, they need to make 10 at that point. So I'm still able to do what I do, man, at a high clip. But the number one thing, I'm still passionate about it. I haven't lost my passion, for it. My love for the game is, I think, now at an all-time high. I mean, I obviously have an opportunity to play for something, play for a championship, but my passion is there, man. I have my passion is not taking it away from me right now.
So Rob Pelinka has just referenced Tom Brady several times when
I ain't 40. I'm not 40 yet.
That's what I'm saying. Because Brady said he was playing till 50.
Yeah, Brady got an offensive line. They gonna protect Brady, man. I don't want to do that. I ain't playing no 50. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Sort of along those lines, existentially, when you think about this team and how it's put together, you got a lot of guys obviously who aren't going to be playing in 10 years. The league in the playoffs, we saw all the young guys kind of get their moment, whether it was Booker or Giannis, obviously. There's a transition sort of happening in the league and who kind of runs the league. Is there any extra meaning to you with the group that you guys have assembled and guys who've been around for so long kind of coming together to maybe try to do this together before the tide really fully turns on who runs the league? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, it's that's the inevitable though. The younger generation, younger guys coming in and taking over or getting past the torch. I mean, it should be like that. They passed the torch to us. Guys before us, and the Kobe's and everybody. They passed it to myself and LeBron and the KDs, and now we got to pass it. Eventually, we're gonna have to pass it on down. But I think the NBA is in great hands. The future of the NBA is in great hands. Those young guys, even though somebody like Booker is young, I mean, he's been around for a couple of years. He's been there. He just hasn't been in the playoffs. But I think what we've seen and what we saw last season from him is just him reaping his benefits of what he's created, you know, the seeds that he's sold over the past couple of years.
Mark, you have a question?
Yeah, Melo, not to like expedite the timeline, but like philosophically,
Okay.
would you?
There you go.
Do you have it as a goal to like know ahead of time, this is my final season? Because, you know, you can.
And that's not something I can premeditate, man, or predetermine. It's my body gonna tell me when to go. You know, so as long as I continue staying on top of that and doing what I gotta do to get out there and play, I'm cool, man. I'm actually in a great situation, man. I feel good. My body feel good. My game is still there. I'm with a great group of guys, and so I'm in a great space.
Davide?
Hi, Melo. This is Davide from Italy. Good to see you, even via Zoom. You just said you don't have a goal, like it's not your final season and blah, 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 but you're obviously competing for a championship this year.
Narrative this year, huh?
Yeah,
No, go ahead, Davide. Go ahead.
no problem. It's a bit different probably than last year, but what's the difference here? Competing for a championship, being back to, you know, having that goal of being at the top of the playoffs as your goal compared to probably giving it all to the regular season.
Well, you have to have a different level of you gotta have a different level of thought process and put in. You got to understand that it's a long season. This is the first time that we be playing 82 games in a couple years, so it's a long journey. It's a long season, man, and it's gonna be good. It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be, hopefully, it's no ugly. It's gonna be things that we can't control, that's out of our control, and it's just gonna be a matter of how we approach that and how we deal with that when that time comes. But in the meantime, we're gonna be all right. We're gonna be fine. We're excited about this season. We're excited about getting going. But I think we're excited about this week of training camp, and you know, our training camp goes all the way till the first game, first regular season game. So it's only been 2 days, 3 days. Still a lot of work to do, but I see the upside to what we're trying to build.
Okay, we have 3 more.
Thank you.
What?
Can I get a question?
I said, give me a penny.
Follow up. I ain't gotta follow in. Go ahead.
Melo, I just, you know, BT, you wanna go first?
No, go ahead. Follow up.
Melo, just wondered if you noticed that you premeditated all your shot profile, like on this team with this group of teammates versus in Portland or versus previous stops. Like, are you starting to get an idea of that, of, you know, spotting up versus post versus mid range?
I'm just playing ball, man, and you know, my role was told to me to come in here and do what I do best and play basketball and help us win, and do what I got to do. And that's my role. That's what I'm going to take. I'm here to, you know, bring positive energy to this team. I'm here to keep everybody together. I'm here to, you know, be that guy when when things go south. I'm here to correct that. But I'm also here to play and bring my game and, like I said, do what I do best. And I think that's what my teammates is looking forward to from me personally.
BT?
Thank you. And Melo, last year was the first time you didn't start. Do you have any idea what your role would be this year? What your preference for your role to be with this team?
I don't know, man. I had to adjust to that last year. I adjusted to it. It was cool after I, you know, got my feet wet and understood what my role was going to be on that team. It's the same here. With this team is, you know, I kind of look at it like the USA team, you know, in a sense. You know, there's so much talent. You got to figure out what works together, what doesn't work together, how it works together, how it all comes together. And again, at this point, man, whatever we need to do, let's do it. Like, it ain't, and I can't sit and be like, I want to start, I want to come off the bench. And whatever it is, it is. I've had experience, you know, being a starter for 18, you know, 17 years, and had an experience of coming off the bench and, you know, for 1 year. So it's not something I think about.
Has it been discussed with Frank or the coaching staff? Or?
No, I haven't. I mean, I'm not even thinking about it. Whatever you want, let's do it. I'm not even tripping about that at this point. Let's go win.
Okay.
And Mel, you mentioned the USA kind of parallel that you see it as. The photo you posed for on media day, you, Russ, LeBron, Dwight, Rondo. I mean, that's a lot of guys who played USA basketball. Just that collection of talent, like, does it strike you in that moment at all? The fact that all you guys were brought together with this team?
Not yet. It's hard to kind of reflect on that. I mean, I understand who's on the team, but it's kind of hard to reflect back on all the years that we've been competing together, competing against each other, the teams that we've played on together. It's hard to, kind of reflect on that. So right now we understand, okay, Ron, Melo, Russ, AD, Rondo, Dwight, DeAndre, like it goes on and on and on, but we just want to come together. We want to enjoy this, man. I think that when you on the road to try to go win something, and a lot of times the fun to be taken out of it. I think we want to enjoy it. We want to enjoy this journey.
Last follow-up, Phil.
I know it's the preseason, but what was your reaction when you realized the first game was against Brooklyn and KD and Kyrie and James? I mean, when did you realize that was going to be the first one? And what's your reaction?
Honestly, it wasn't even about playing those guys the first game. It was like, shit, we got a 12 o'clock game on Sunday. First preseason game, 12 o'clock, man. But it's good, man. It's that means that season is here. It's ain't no turning back now. We done started something. We're trying to build something, and we moving forward. The games are this in less than 48 hours. So we got to prepare ourselves for that. Also understand these are teaching moments. These are lessons that we have to learn throughout these however many preseason games we have, and get ready for the opening night. And that's the goal. That's the ultimate goal.
Opening morning.
No, opening night, not
That
opening.
one.
Yeah, this one is just another morning. Thank you.
Thanks, man.